What's going on, family? I did also want to give a little bit of an introduction to this video as well. You can check out my hat here. I'm officially a backwoods Bama boy. I understand that there's some land in Prattville, Alabama, right outside of Selma, Alabama, where my grandfather and ancestors have cultivated that land or tried to cultivate that land. It's called heirs property, which basically after slavery, they gave a bunch of blacks, people in this village area, a bunch of land for reparations, so to speak. But there's plenty of heirs property around the country, around the nation, over several years. I'm sure since the Reconstruction era in the 1800s. This is 2015, and they still having issues getting control over that land and understanding what to do with that land. So I did want to just, as far as legalese and everything like that, I did want to first of all call that out for my hat. I'm an Alabama boy, and I do have the shirt Freedom Land. It has, as you can see, Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia, Louisiana, and Mississippi, my bad. It's Freedom Land, basically. Which is basically we're saying that this is an RNA, Republic of New Africa shirt, basically saying wherever in Africa that you find, wherever in those states in the U.S. where you find African American people, those are actually their land, and they need to be treated as such and not raped for their taxes and their land and all of their hard works, as this country does with racist white supremacy. So, just wanted to give that introduction to. Also, I wanted to I'm going to cut to this video, but also want to say with the African Ancestry thing, for them to say that on my father's son's side is sort of it's sort of a unconscious or subconscious way of saying that your daddy is white, and it's sort of that whole your father is white, that whole white daddy syndrome that a lot of black folks have, where you have to depend on the white man to tell you everything, how to stand up, how to sit down, how to pee and talk. So I kind of wanted to slide that in there, that I think that was kind of a little sidebar of racist white supremacy for them to call me and say, for them to go ahead and say that I had European lineage on my father's side. And say I was white. So it's that white father, white daddy syndrome. Totally not down with that whatsoever. I just also want to clarify too that when I reached out to AfricanAncestry.com to get refunded for the $300 that I paid, or have them exchange this plan that I got, because they claim I need to get this maternal kit, which is the mother's child side, which would have been 92% more accurate, they claim. They also claim that the one that I got, the actual paternal clan kit, which is the father clan side kit, they claim that side is a 35% chance that your results will come back European. But all I'm saying is to you, and I did sign that and understand that, but I also know that there are ways to counteract that, or whatever you sign legally. So I will look into that. I do have Legal Shield. I will look into the legalese of that. But basically, to clarify, I don't know. They could be saying that to every person that signs up. Oh, okay, you're European. That's $300 that your hard-earned dollars down the drain. And it's obvious that I am of Black African Sub Saharan descent, and my father is of Black African Sub Saharan descent. So there's no need for them to say that. That's a total scam. Look out for that. And again, Gina Page, the president CEO, she was very unprofessional with giving me. She did not give me a refund. She would not offer me an exchange for a different kit. She, in fact, tried to CC a lawyer through the emails. So I will have that available, posted on Facebook and YouTube as well. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. How's everybody doing? This is Kamal Subbles, and I'll be giving you little bit of my experience with the AfricanAncestry.com. This is a disclaimer to anyone that had a good experience with AfricanAncestry.com or any of their employees. I do want to say the best to you. Now, my experience was not like that whatsoever. Just to give you a little background, I first of all went online. I discovered that they would, they said that they could find the African tribe and actual people that you are descendants of doing a swab test. So I went ahead with this experience and did the 20 times swab on each side. You have to do the swab on each side 20 times, 6 swabs, something like that. You send it in the mail. They give you this thing. You send it to the mail. It takes about 6 to 8 weeks to return for them to do the experiment or test or whatever. And they say the one that I got was excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, party clan or parental clan kit, which is the father's son side. So it's supposed to trace my lineage on my father's son side from 500 to 2,000 years ago. Okay, so, and there's other ones for the maternal side kit, which will trace your roots back, 500 to 2,000 years based on a mother-son or mother-child lineage. Okay, so I got this in the mail, finally. This isn't the first day I've opened it up. I already obviously got the results that I'm very unsatisfied with. But I will show you right here why I believe African Ancestry is a total complete scam. If you look at here, this is the certificate they sent me. Okay. We'll try to zoom in on it. See if you can see it. Yeah, so if you can see that, that's pretty much the nonsense there, saying that, my African lineage from 500 to 2,000 years back, and all that they could figure out on my father's side is that I have someone that's of European descent. And they did not even say where in Europe. Just very, just a very unsatisfactory experience there. I'm not denying the fact that I may have European lineage somewhere in my history, but that's not the reason I pay African Ancestry and AfricanAncestry.com $300. I paid them $300 so they could determine where it is in Africa or what tribe it is my people are. If they're from, and I saw videos on YouTube saying, that they had good experience. They found out they were in Nigeria, and they're from these people and that people, the Mudu people or whoever, Mende people in Sierra Leone or wherever it is that they're from. They found out where they were from. So I'm just totally unsatisfactory. I totally believe that African Ancestry is a total scam. I did not pay them $300 to African Ancestry to find out my European lineage, and that it didn't even say where in Europe that I was from. So it's totally unsatisfactory. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them there. Please like and share my videos on Facebook and YouTube, Calculator Guy Studio. We got the first annual Mende Film Festival coming up, so look out for that. We just had one in St. Augustine, October 29th, 2015, St. Augustine, Florida, USA. We're going to have one January 23rd in Miami. On Saturday, 2016, we're going to have one in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in January 29th to 31st at Cinema Paradiso, so look out for that. I'm totally sorry that this incident happened to me. I've reached out to African Ancestry through email and phone, and they both have rejected all those. They actually tried to even get their lawyer involved. And I believe the CEO, Gina Page, she tried to say something that I signed this. It doesn't matter what I signed. The whole point is it's very hurtful to me emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. I'm sure it is to a lot of other people who are trying to figure out, what was lost through slavery, which is still existing to this day, because we are the descendants of those slaves, and those slave masters are the descendants of those slave masters. That's why they have in their wealth and understanding of where they're from. A lot of white people, you ask them where they're from, they'll tell you right there, I'm from Europe. They'll tell you right in Europe where they're from. They'll say, I'm from Italy on this street. Now, it's a crying shame that black folks don't even know where they are from. And my heart goes out to you all. You don't know where you are from in Africa, and I feel, so bad emotionally from this. But we're going to keep pressing forward, and we're going to keep giving praises to our ancestors. And I just want to say thank you all for watching the video. Please do not go with AfricanAncestry.com. If I get one person not to go, to be the best. Do not waste your time, spend your money, and get your emotions up for that nonsense. All right, thank you.
Calculator Guys Studio.